Hey, Delta here. I'm going to take you through the Get in Sync #1 easiest virtual CIO management platform for SMBs. The typical challenges companies are facing is the insatiable demands for new technology, and there's no central prioritization of IT projects. There is a proliferation of app purchases, and ghost IT projects are started and stopped randomly. This creates a great deal of wasteful duplication. Duplicate software apps for each department, CRM sales, HR support, accounting, marketing, etc. They all have overlapping features. They service the same processes and they maintain the same data. Each one of these systems is expensive, but they could be combined. This leaves each department on an island, forced to fend for themselves. There is little centralized planning, and what's needed is an informed CIO leader to coordinate all of this. Sadly, because of the decentralized purchasing, the IT department doesn't know where all the money goes. This means that projects are spun up without IT knowing, and often the projects are abandoned, but the business keeps paying for the apps they don't need and don't use anymore. The alternatives aren't great. People get stuck in the same different meetings where people try to coordinate all the requests for IT, usually using multiple spreadsheets to track the IT services, business applications, and new projects. But spreadsheets are error-prone and always out of date. Another alternative is to use sophisticated project management software, but they're very expensive and take a master's degree to understand. To help manage all this, what you really need is something simple, on the ground, and something that provides you data in real time. So, how can you shape demand for IT? Reduce costly duplication, easily coordinate between teams, and know all the planned and unplanned investments without more meetings and being stuck in Excel hell or relying on tools that require a master's degree to run? Perhaps you should consider virtual CIO management software. There are 4 main advantages of virtual CIO management software. Number 1, it prioritizes demand. 2, it stops duplication. 3, it helps coordination. And 4, it provides data-driven insights. vCIO software maintains a central inventory of prioritized demands for technology, provides a repeatable process, and gives management the ability to see the big picture. Most importantly, it enables the company to capture new ideas, spot opportunities, and innovate. vCIO software provides the ability to analyze the impact of ideas and requests for change and make investment choices based on pre-established criteria. It stops duplication. By tracking all the key business application attributes, you can focus the investment dollars on the applications with the maximum return, and you can retire those duplicate and unused applications that aren't cutting the mustard anymore. vCIO software helps coordination by linking the business drivers with programs, linking programs to projects, and projects to individual business application. This enables the organization to monitor which projects are contributing the most to a program's success. By maintaining a central repository, you can instantly report and understand the resources that are assigned to a project. You get a data-driven, unified view of the entire technology landscape in real time, enabling the right decisions using real data. This increases productivity, and it enables you to monitor the efficiency and eliminate redundancies while maximizing the reuse of technology. All of this can be exported out to spreadsheets or is accessible on a dashboard. But I have to warn you, not all virtual CIO management software is the same. Alternatives have serious challenges. Many don't include business strategy, forcing you to maintain the linkage between the business and IT manually. Many are missing program and project vitals, which leaves you in the dark without a way to improve. Some don't have portfolios, so they can't do application portfolio management. There's no business intelligence and lack the ability to customize your dashboard. Many vCIO platforms are overburdened with software bloat and are too hard to use and require deep technical knowledge. So, the big question is, how can you ensure your vCIO software platform includes your business strategy, isn't missing program and project vitals, includes portfolio management, which is critical, has customizable dashboards to leverage business intelligence, and is simple to use and includes world-class support? Perhaps you should consider Get in Sync. Get in Sync is the #1 easiest virtual CIO management platforms for small and medium-sized businesses. Get in Sync has over 55 years of IT business experience invested into the platform, 25 years in business services, and over 30 years in managed services. Get in Sync has several reference frameworks, including Gartner's Time Lifecycle Model, TOGAF Open Framework, and APQC's Process Classification Framework. Get in Sync also embodies a financial taxonomy to manage technology assets. 5 main reasons to consider Get in Sync are best strategy execution management, best program and project portfolio management, best application and technology portfolio management, and the best business intelligence and reporting. Get in Sync is also one of the easiest to use, plus we're the price performance leaders. Now, These are all bold claims, so let me prove it to you. Best strategy execution. Get in Sync ensures that technology planning is aligned with business strategy, investing on the highest value company-wide improvements using key financial metrics in plain business language in dollars and cents. Best program and project portfolio management, linking all the critical interrelationships of people, process, data, and technology, tracking programs and their projects so projects stay on course. Best application and technology portfolio management documents all the technical infrastructure, identifying the critical business processes. Using reference frameworks, Get in Sync easily links processes to the business application, tracks key data exchange between applications, which helps streamline operations. And the best business intelligence and reporting. Get in Sync uses Amazon's state-of-the-art technology to enable what-if scenarios, spot opportunities, visualize relationships, and fix misalignment, and ranks risks and rewards using money as a common denominator. And it is the easiest for small and medium-sized businesses. We've got the easiest onboarding, easiest to learn, and it's the easiest to buy. Let's go into the demo. As soon as you log into the web-based Get in Sync, you'll notice that it is designed to answer the big, mysterious question: where does all the money go? With Get in Sync, we pull back the curtain on your technology investments, giving you the complete picture: the good, the bad, and yes, even the ugly. Love it or hate it, you'll finally gain clarity on where each tech dollar goes and the value it delivers. From the main dashboard, you can get an at-a-glance view of your estimated annual tech spending. Get in Sync utilizes the Technology Business Management Framework, ensuring the data you see is both standardized and reliable. But it's not just a numbers game, it's about advancing your business. With Get in Sync, you can make sure your tech investments are aligned with your business goals. This provides better accountability, helps spot inefficiencies, and even gives you a competitive edge. For instance, check out this heat map. It's like the thermometer for your projects. The warmer the color, the riskier the project. Immediately, you can assess crucial factors like budget, schedule, scope, and resources. It's an efficient way to pinpoint where you need to focus. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the user-friendly interface of Get in Sync. You'll notice that the navigation panel on the left-hand side is always available, guiding you through the application. If you're a fan of sleek, uncluttered views, just click on the Get in Sync logo at the top of the navigation panel. This will condense the menu, offering you a tidy, streamlined look at your navigation options. First up, let's take a closer look at how Rob and his team are managed within Get in Sync. Just click on Contacts in the left-hand navigation menu. This action opens the Contacts panel on the right side of your screen. Here, you'll find an organized list of all contacts, along with their respective roles within the company. We can also sort these contacts by clicking here on the column header, and it will toggle through the sort. Or I can use the grid to group by dragging any one of the column headers to the row group. Here, I'll group by area. This spreadsheet-like look and feel is used throughout Get in Sync. I'll clear the grouping. Want to add a new contact? It's as simple as a click. Once the contact details are filled out, another click is all it takes to send them an invitation to join Get in Sync, granting them access to the system. Here, you can choose the role to assign and their level of access, then click the Send Invitation, and Get in Sync sends an email to the individual to complete the login registration. Let's circle back to Rob's situation at Pal's Pets. It's not just about tracking names and roles, it's about creating a clear system of accountability. The contact panel did much more than serve as an address book for Rob. It's a central repository of all the key players at Pal's Pets, enabling Rob to establish a clear chain of accountability. For example, let's search for Rick Fraser, the CFO at Pal's Pets. Rick has been with the company for 5 years, and he's seen it go through a lot of growth and changes. You'll see that Rick is the portfolio manager of finance. He also has read access to other portfolios and is the designated owner of several financial applications, including the Sage 300 ERP system. Scrolling down, we find that Rick serves as the primary contact for the IRS system and is an expert in Sage 300's general ledger and purchase orders modules. Rick's involvement in the organization doesn't stop here. Let's look at how his contacts fit into the greater organization's strategic execution. I'm going to click on Programs from the left navigation. By clicking on Programs, you'll see what looks like a simple list, but it's more than that. Think of programs as your hub for managing and tracking all your strategic initiatives. Programs are led by senior managers and executives who are responsible for the strategic initiatives tied to the key business drivers. Programs bundle together related projects and ideas. One program that Rick, PalsPet's CFO, has a keen interest in is improve cash flow forecasting. By clicking on the arrow to the left of the program, Get in Sync expands the hive, unveiling all the connected projects and ideas that Rick has identified that will improve cash flow forecasting. So, a program serves as a strategic umbrella, housing various projects and ideas to advance a strategic initiative. From here, we could open any of these projects or ideas for more details. For example, Rick's an idea owner of Improve Accounts Receivable Collections. Here, we see an overview of the idea, including details, objectives, and value plan. Think of ideas as the seedlings that grow into your projects. When an idea is ready to be actioned, elevating it to a project is a seamless process, making it easier for PalsPets to manage and prioritize its pipeline of initiatives. Let's return to the hub. Now, I'll just quickly show you a project. Here again, there is an overview, details, vital signs, and value, giving managers critical progress data. As we've seen, the Program Hive offers a powerful way to understand the intricate web of programs, projects, and ideas that drive PalsPets forward. But what if you want to hone in on just the projects or ideas? No worries, Get in Sync's got you covered. I'll click on Ideas from the navigation panel. Here we get a Kanban board. The Kanban board is an excellent tool for visualizing ideas and helps the team at PalsPets prioritize and manage new demands for IT in a flexible yet structured manner. Each idea is represented by a card. It's the same data, just another way to view and manage ideas. Now, as with ideas, I can select projects by selecting it from the left navigation. Here you can see the project's Kanban board. Optionally, I can switch to a grid view, which provides the familiar spreadsheet look and feel. And these projects could be attached to one or more programs and visible in the Program Hive we saw earlier. The point here is that all the pieces are interconnected. Whether you're looking at them from a Hive perspective or a Kanban board or grid, you're benefiting from a 360-degree view that simplifies decision-making. Just as we've seen the intricate web of programs and projects, let's shift gears and explore portfolios. Portfolios is the functional manager's area or mission control dashboard for their department. This feature is perfect for the line of business managers like Rick, giving them a centralized overview from business applications to supporting IT services. Welcome to Business Manager's home base within Get in Sync, the portfolio. Here, Rick evaluates each application on two fronts, its business utility and the robustness of its underlying technology. These evaluations help inform an XY chart where each application's criticality is visually represented. The larger the bubble, the more crucial the application is to Rick's department, enabling him and his team to effectively prioritize their tech initiatives. Now that we're familiar with portfolios, let's drill down into a specific business application. By drilling in on the Sage Accounts Receivable application, we get a comprehensive view of the software that Rick is particularly keen on improving. Here we see it all, from the business and technology factor scores to the IT services that this application relies on. Meet the owner, expert contact, and primary support people directly linked to this application. This ensures accountability and quick access to the right expertise whenever you need it. Notice how the application is assessed with technology factors and business factors. Also, don't forget about the process classification. Rick can link this application to specific processes within the APQC framework, offering an understanding of which application operations are most affected by this application's performance. And if that wasn't enough, we can even view the application's data flow relationships with other business applications and the IT service it utilizes. With just a few clicks, you can see the entire ecosystem revolving around the single application. This includes what's powering all these applications, and that's where IT services comes in, seen here in the green. Just like business applications talk to other business applications, you can also see how IT services connect with other components within Get in Sync. Whether it's the Microsoft server hosting your accounting or the network infrastructure enabling your e-commerce, each service is mapped, evaluated, and linked back to the bigger picture. Here, I'll click on IT services and search for Microsoft. I'll select the MS Windows server. This gives you a full scope understanding, from business strategy down to the foundational IT service. IT services is also supported by its own technical services model and its own context diagram. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I make sense of all this interconnected data? Well, that's where GetInSync's integrated analytics powered by Amazon's QuickSight comes in. Let's click on the Analytics tab here. You can see how we have a variety of visualizations available that offer a bird's eye view of everything from project statuses to financial flows. And because we're using QuickSight, you have the freedom to customize these visuals to meet your unique needs. Remember, the power of GetInSync isn't just about capturing data. It's about turning that data into actionable insights. For instance, using GetInSync, Rob pinpointed a recurring cost from a SaaS tool no one was using. Thanks to the insights gathered from these analytics, Pals Pets was able to decommission the tool, saving thousands of dollars annually. Rob used GetInSync's analytics to identify costly redundancies across departments, specifically highlighting duplicate software licenses. By decommissioning unnecessary tools, he achieved immediate cost savings. With GetInSync, Rob and his team at Pals Pets gained the insights they needed to make informed IT investment decisions. No longer were costs hidden or investments made in the dark. Every dollar spent was accounted for, ensuring maximum ROI for Pals Pets. So there you have it, a comprehensive journey through GetInSync's transformative capabilities as told through Pals Pets' success story. Now that we've proved that GetInSync is the #1 easiest virtual CIO management platform for SMBs, let's run the numbers. Industry average is that 5 to 7% of revenues is spent on IT. In our example, a company with $10 million in revenues will have $700,000 budget. Analysts tell us that 54% of all applications are underused or forgotten. In our example, that is about 27 apps that a business doesn't use, but is paying for. By finding these and turning them off, that would save over $32,000 a year. Wasted time. If you had 4 people per project and 6 projects a year, and GetInSync saved you just 1 hour of meetings per week, it would save $73,000 every year. Clarity. GetInSync saves 2 hours per project team member per week, focusing on innovation instead of infighting and politics, saving the organization somewhere north of $140,000. Technology projects are notoriously prone to failure. Industry average has 3 out of 10 IT projects failing. Let's just say that we save 1 project from failure. That could easily be $10,000. Employee retention is an ever-growing issue. We know to attract and keep A-player employees, you must have strong, positive company culture. Companies lose 1 in 3 employees due to lack of employee growth opportunities. If you keep 1 employee from leaving, that's $50,000. This brings the return on investment to $313,584,000. But you may be skeptical about the math. Okay, so let's chop it to a third, and we'll call it $100,000. That's still 10 times the savings and ROI for GetInSync. Okay, so you may still be rolling your eyes about the math. Let's say it was break even. You would still see huge benefits by reducing the dysfunctional behavior, not flying blind, and increasing reputation and attracting A-player employees. The cost of GetInSync puts us as the price performance leader. Big systems can be an eye-watering $50,000 a month. GetInSync is just $1,500 a month, but with similar metrics for your business. We're like the QuickBooks for SMBs versus SAP for enterprise. So, what's holding you back? I often hear that it'll take too long, hard to find the data, and we'll need training. It takes 12 weeks, we meet 2 to 3 times a week, and we get it all set up. The data is usually at your fingertips. Often all the application information is found in the password management system or show up on a monthly credit card statement. Our partner network and the online training makes it very easy to get started. We're happy to send you our competitive matrix that will prove to you that we're hands down the best for SMBs. So picture this, your old life. Grumpy Finance sends you, in air quotes, friendly reminder that the payroll time tracking application is supposed to be rolled out as a mobile app next week, and surely you haven't forgotten. Your CFO sends you another reminder email that the IT budget forecast is due by the end of the week. You're reading that email on your smartphone while trying to find the missing Excel file on your desktop. And up walks your VP of marketing. You can see the rolling sweat. He's mumbling something about changes to the customer portal again. Now you've returned to your desk about 4:30 to service your ever-waiting email, and accounting is asking about e-signatures, and your CMO wants to know when his CRM will go live. It's only been a few days since it was approved. Just then, HR popped in to remind you about the mandatory diversity training program at 8 a.m. sharp, and you are at the end of your rope. With Get in Sync, you can take back control and stop putting out fires. The dashboard has everyone connected and talking, and you can quickly point out redundancies. No department is on an island, the investment shortfall is visible, and the CEO tells finance to increase the budget. Your company is unstuck and in sync. Thank you for listening. Contact us today to get more information about Get in Sync.